Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm in my Jaguar XJ Super V8. It's a 2003 X350 era car, and I've actually recently done a full review video on this, so please do check that out if you're interested. But today's video is just for a bit of fun. I'm doing an MPG test on this car. So I'm on my commute home from work, 67 miles. As you can see, we're in a bit of traffic now, so not ideal for an MPG test. But why am I doing this? Well, I previously owned a very similar car, another 2003 XJ Super V8. I had that 2 or 3 years ago, and I was actually really pleasantly surprised by the MPG I got from it. So, you know, when I used it for commuting, long distances, I would get easily high 20s and actually low 30s when there was traffic like this where you perhaps can't go full speed. And that's really impressive, I think. This is a car that, as a reminder, has a 4.2 litre supercharged V8. So not just a V8, but the added parasitic effect of a supercharger versus a turbo. It runs pretty much 400 horsepower and pretty much 400 pound-foot. It's about a 5-metre executive saloon. With that amount of power, I think if you can get low 30s MPG with a supercharged V8, you're doing pretty well. So I was really impressed. You know, why is it so good? Well, I suppose it's in part down to the aluminium construction of the car. So this was a new platform for Jaguar. It used a extruded aluminium chassis as well as aluminium body panels. So for the size of the car, and by today's standards, this is a pretty light car. I think the spec sheet says 1675 kilograms. Whether or not you believe that is a different matter, but you know, a car this size nowadays is going to be probably 400 kilograms plus heavier than this, so that's significant. I also think the ZF 6-speed gearbox in this has quite long ratios, so I guess that helps as well at high-speed cruising in terms of the MPG. Even so, still surprised. This is, you know, 25-year-old engine technology now, so that's pretty good. So what am I doing today? MPG tests, I said, but this is real world, right? So I'm not doing hypermiling. I'm driving up to the speed limits. I'm not accelerating hard. But, you know, I'm not going out of my way to be ridiculous about it. I get too bored driving at 60 or less on a motorway. I also think it holds up traffic a bit, so I try not to do that ever. It's just driving sensibly, monitoring the traffic in front of me, easing off the throttle well in advance, which is how I normally drive anyway. Trying to avoid braking where possible, just to maximise fuel efficiency. But as I say, this is just my normal journey back, so I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. I will try very hard to resist overtaking anything on the A roads later. This is almost all motorway and fast A road with a little bit of B road at the end and some country lanes, but predominantly it's motorway and fast A roads, so 70 and 60 limits. You know, I love the sound of the V8 in this. I love the supercharger whine, and it's addictive pressing the loud pedal. I also enjoy overtaking quite a lot, particularly on A roads. If there's slow moving traffic, I'll always be overtaking. I won't be doing that today. I'll be driving perhaps more suited to this car's style. Incidentally, you know, I don't take this car to work that often. I usually drive what I call my boring Audi, so 3-litre bi-turbo diesel. It's a great car. It's a C7 generation A6, 400 horsepower, excellent at these long distances and gives, you know, pretty good efficiency, 40 plus MPG. But when I go in this, it makes me smile. This car is just, I love it. I think it's the opulence, the ridiculousness of the wood, the leather, the fluffy carpets. Yeah, it's beautiful, and it makes me happy every time I get in it. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, I really enjoy driving it. So I'll still enjoy driving it, but just not with a loud pedal today. And we'll see what I get. So official figures, I think, are combined MPG, this is UK numbers, 26 MPG. I think they quote the extra urban as something like 34.9, which seems absurdly high to me. This is the time to place your bets on what you think I'm going to get. So 67 miles, as I say, there will be some traffic, so I'll get held up at some lights, undoubtedly. I'm going to stick my neck out and say I can get 33 MPG without particularly trying. That may be a bit ambitious, but let's see. So to give you some idea, how far have we gone? I've gone 15 miles, just over, and we're actually doing 31 MPG. And so, you know, this is very non-scientific, just to be clear. I'm going by the trip computer, which I'm sure overestimates, but yeah, this is just a bit of fun. So place your bets now. I'll update you in a little bit and see how we're going. Hi again, you're joining me at the end of the dual carriageways and motorways. So the end of the 70 limits, and the rest will be single carriageway 60 limits for the rest of the way. So, how are we doing? Well, we have done 51 miles and the MPG is 34. So as you can see, we're in a bit of traffic. So ordinarily I'd expect the MPG to at least hold at what it is or go up a bit because it's lower speed for the rest of the way. But there are some roundabouts where there is traffic and some traffic lights. So it all depends how much traffic and I suppose how hard I accelerate between the roundabouts. The jeopardy. So let's see how I go. That's just a quick update. I reckon I'm still on course for doing 34, 35, which would be pretty good. But you'll join me again soon and I'll try not to accelerate too hard. Well, we've actually been pretty lucky there with the timing at the lights and the roundabouts and got through with minimal stoppage actually. I don't know how people do hypermiling all the time. It's kind of boring and stressful all at the same time. I'm trying not to accelerate too hard, but I love this road normally. Anyway, I'll be sensible. The rest of this road is going to be cruising, you know, this cruises at, well, we're just getting up to 50 and slowly up to 60 now. This cruises at about, what's that, 1400 RPM or so, maybe a bit more at 60 miles an hour. So it's perfect for it. And the next road, you often struggle to do 60 anyway. So I think we're looking good for possibly 35. So we're on the home straight now. Literally the home straight, and I'm surprised I was wrong. The MPG has actually gone down on the last, whatever it is, 12 miles or so. I guess it's highly car dependent. I've been accelerating like this, you know, moderate acceleration, not super slow, but certainly not like I'd normally drive a supercharged V8. It's obviously just drained the MPG though, even this gentle acceleration. So the moment of truth, just pulling up to my house in a minute, 68 miles, a shade over, and 32.9 MPG. So there you go, I think I guessed 33. As I say, I've not done this before, so that was just an educated guess, but that's pretty impressive still. Not quite as good as I thought we were going to do halfway through, but this is a real world MPG test. Like I say, this is my normal journey, just not overtaking and driving hard. And we're pulling up to 32.9. So there you go. I still think that is pretty impressive for a 400 horsepower, 400 pound-foot supercharged V8 ultra luxury saloon. Let me know what you think in the comments. As I say, it's just for fun. And thanks for watching.